Chapter 9, Public Facilities. Look at the picture. Amu and Kumar are traveling through Chennai in a bus. As they go round the city, they observe the water facilities available in different parts of Chennai. Look at the picture. Water and the people of Chennai. Senior government officials like Mr. Ram Gopal live in Annanagar, Chennai. This area looks lush and green with lawns maintained by a generous spraying of water. Bungalows here have tap water for major part of the day. On days when the water supply is inadequate, Mr. Ram Gopal speaks to a senior official whom he knows in the municipal water board, and a water tanker is easily arranged for the house. Like most areas of the city, Subramaniam apartment in Malapur suffers from water shortage. This area gets municipal water once in 2 days. A private borewell meets some of the residents. Water needs. Borewell's water is, however, brackish, so the residents use it in their toilets and for washing. For other uses, water is purchased from tankers. Subramaniam spends up to red 500 to 600 per month on buying water from the tankers. For drinking water, residents have installed water purification system in the home. Siva lives on rent on the first floor of a house in Madipakkam and get water once in a 4 days. Shortage of water in one major reason why Shiva can't bring his family to Chennai. For drinking, Shiva is bottled water. Padma works as a domestic help in Serapat pit and lives in the nearby slum. She pays a rent of red 650 for the hutment, which has neither a bathroom nor a tap connection. For 30 such hutments, there is a common tap at one corner, in which water comes from a borewell for 20 minutes twice daily. A family gets to fill a maximum of 3 buckets within this time. The same water is used for washing and drinking. In summer, the flow becomes a trickle, so that one family gets water only at the cost of another. People have to wait long hours for water tankers. You have seen the four situations illustrated above. Based on these, what impressions do you get of water situation in Chennai? Pick out the various sources of water household use from descriptions alongside. What in your view is similar and what is different in Subramanian's and Padma's experience? Water as part of the fundamental rights to life. Water is essential for life and for good health. Not only it is necessary for us to be able to meet our daily needs, but safe drinking water can prevent many water related diseases. India has one of the largest number of cases of disease such as diarrhea, dysentery, cholera. Over 1,600 Indians, most of them children below the age of 5, reportedly die every day because of water related disease. These deaths can be prevented if people have access to safe drinking water. The Constitution of India recognizes the right to water is as being a part of the right to life under Article 21. This means that it is the right of every person, whatever, whether rich or poor, to have sufficient amount of water to fulfill his her daily needs at a price that he she can afford. In other words, there should be universal access to water. There have been several courts cases in which both the High Courts and the Supreme Courts have held that the right to safe drinking water is a fundamental right. In 2007, the Andhra Pradesh High Court restated this while hearing a case based on a letter written by a villager of Mahabubnagar district on the contaminations of drinking water. The villagers' complaint was that a textile company was discharging poisonous chemicals into a stream near his village, contaminating groundwater, which was a source for irrigation and drinking water. The judge directed the Mehboob Nagar district collect to supply 25 liters of water to each person in the village. Look at the picture. Right to water entities everyone to sufficient, safe, acceptable, physically accessible, and affordable water for personal and domestic use. Public facilities like water, there are other essential facilities that need to be provided for everyone. Last year you read about two other such facilities, healthcare and sanitation. Similarly, these are the things like electricity, public transport, schools and colleges that are also necessary. These are known as public facilities. The important characteristics of a public facility is one of the once it is provided is benefits can be shared by many people. For instance, a school in the village will enable many children to get educated. Similarly, the supply of electricity to an area can be useful for many people. Farmers can run pumps to irrigate their fields. People can open small workshops that run on electricity. Students will find it easier to study. Most people in the village will benefit in some way of the other. The government's role. Given that public facilities are so important, someone must carry the responsibility of power that providing these to people. The someone is government. The one most important function of the government is to ensure that these public facilities are made available to everyone. Let us try to understand why the government and only the government must bear this responsibility. When we seen that private companies operate for profit in the market, you read about this in the chapter on the story of a shirt in a class 7 book. In most of the public facilities there is no profit to be had. For example, what profit can access to company for keeping the drains clean or running an anti-malaria camp anti-malaria campaign? A private company will probably not be interested in undertaking such work. But for other public facilities such as schools and hospitals, private companies may be interested. We have many of these, particularly in a large city. Similarly, if you are living in a city, you will have seen private companies supply water through tankers or supplying drinking water in sealed bottles. In such cases, private companies provide public facilities but a price that only some people can afford. Hence, the facility is not available to all and affordable rate. If we go by the rule, and people will get as much as they can pay for them. For then, many people who cannot afford to pay for such facilities will be deprived on the opportunity to live in a decent life. Clearly, this is not a desirable option. Public facilities relate to people's basic needs. Any modern society requires that these facilities are provided so that people's basic needs are met. The right to life and constitution guarantees is for all persons. Living in this country, the responsibility to provide public facilities therefore must be that of the government. Where does the government get money for public facilities? Every year you must have heard the government budget being presented in the parliament. This is an account of the expense of the government has made on its programs in this past year and how much it plans to spend in the coming year. In the budget, the government also announces the various ways in which it plans to meet these expenses. The main sources of revenue for the government is the taxes collected from the people, and the government is empowered to collect these taxes and use them for such programs. For instance, to supply water, the government has to incur cost in pumping water, carrying it over long distance, laying down pipes for distribution, treating the water for impurities, and finally collecting and treating wastewater. It means these expenses partly from the various taxes that is collect and partly by charging a price for water. This price is set so that most people can afford a certain minimum amount of water for daily use. Central government spends money on rupee goes to pension 5p, state shares and taxes of duties 24%, interest payment 18%, central sector scheme 10%, central sponsored scheme defense 9%, subsidies 9%, finance composition transition other expenditure, pensions 5%. Amo, did you notice that the roads in Sadapat was so funny and without stress street lights? Wonder what the place is like tonight. Kumar, what weather you can expect him a what are the public facilities? Why should the government be responsible for providing public facilities? The government can get private companies to develop five some of the public facilities. For instance, contacts for building roads are given to private contractors. Distribution of electricity in Delhi is done by two private companies. However, the government must keep a close watch on these and ensure that they fulfill their commitment to reach these facilities to all people and at affordable price. Why do you think the government must assume the overall responsibility for public facilities even when it gets private companies to do part of the job? Look at your water bill and find out the minimum rate is for municipal water in your area. Does the rate increase as the use of water increase? Why do you think the government charges a higher rate for greater use of water? Find out the various kind of taxes people pay to the government by taking salaried a pension running his her own factory business and shopkeeper share finding is the classroom with your teacher.